Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And certainly want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. We're going to discover the $6 trillion question. What is the $6 trillion question? We're going to talk about that in a moment. We're going to look at the Bitcoin charts as well. But of course, until we get into the news and the charts, if you're a regular watcher, smash that like. You know what I was going to say. This helps get this content out to more people and does help support the channel. And I do appreciate all the wonderful, kind, encouraging words that people leave in the comments, those that take the time to do that. And of course, all the questions, I do get back to those as soon as I am able to. Okay. And the cheat sheet, it's below in the description. I get asked that a lot. That's my roadmap for this bull run success with entries and take profits and other great resources, including the Discord, which you can get signed up. If you're not part of the Discord, there's a link below in the Discord to sign up with the most amazing Discord on the planet, the Stocks with Josh Discord. Those links are there as well. Okay, so what is the $6 trillion question? Drum roll. And we were getting there early today. Gold added $6 trillion in market cap in 12 months. That would put Bitcoin at around $350,000. Now, certainly, there are a lot of analysts out there, and I do see anywhere between $100,000 to $350,000. Do you think that Bitcoin can pull off $6 trillion in market cap in just 12 months? Remember, right now, Bitcoin is just over $1 trillion asset class. Certainly, have we set our sights too low? Certainly, I did a Bitcoin prediction video where I said 100,000 to 120,000. Have I been too conservative? Have I been too conservative? I certainly did say there I felt the higher end was up around the 170,000, but this would put that at double that. And certainly, what if Bitcoin does add 6 trillion in the next 12 months, like gold? What if Bitcoin does breach over 300,000 and get to that $350,000 level? What if our thinking has been too small and too limited? What if Bitcoin gets to that 350,000 and makes that 6 trillion in market cap, and then on the pullback, only comes back down to around $50,000 or $60,000 where we're at right now? Certainly a great question to ask. What do you think? And we haven't done this for a few months. What is your Bitcoin bull market top prediction? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think Bitcoin will get to by the end of this bull run, which should be around about this time next year, maybe a little earlier, maybe a little later? I'd like to know your thoughts on that. And speaking of gold, the Bitcoin ETFs had 20 billion in inflows in 10 months, which took gold 5 years. So, of course, when we are talking about gold as well, the gold ETF has been around for some time. We are talking that, yes, gold did 6 trillion in the last 12 months, but gold is a much more mature asset and had been around for a little bit, obviously a lot longer. So that's something to keep in mind. So I thought that was fairly interesting there as well. And then what about today? Happy October 21st, Bitcoin, because apparently you like to have a bit of a breakout on this day and have done so in 2020 and on 2023. It marked the official breakout day before huge gains. Let's see what Monday has in store for us, and that is today, October the 21st. And so we'll look at the charts in a moment and see what's happening with Bitcoin. And then just to finish off, Bitcoin is also generally liked. The next 2 weeks have been historically very bullish for Bitcoin. As you can see, absolutely fantastic returns. So let's jump into the charts and let's see what we can see in the charts. Now, of course, we have the tribal trades trend line. Both of them have been breached. We have a breach. And it took us some time. And I drew these trend lines all the way back in May. For those of you who know, May and early June, when I started this channel, because this is a fairly new channel. And as you can see, this has been a great place for us to take some profits off the table each time we've come up. And we haven't come back here since July. So it's been a while. It's been a while to see you revisit, my friend, Mr. Bitcoin. And so there we are. And as you can see, we have breached and are currently now having a little bit of a retest there. And so let's see if we've just got a deviation outside of this trend line and come back. And remember, I said to you, a pretty good trade, take profit, get back in the trade, take some profit. Are we going to come back to this other trend line that I drew, which actually has been very accurate as well? You can see it's been a couple of times that we've been able to take profit here and take profit here. Okay. And of course, we found support here momentarily before we broke back and then broke back through. So that trend line has absolutely been pretty fantastic as well. And you can see going further back, we found it as support. So the two trend lines that I've drawn in there have been spot on. In fact, I said to everybody way back in May and June that this scenario would exactly happen. I said before the end of October, this trend line we were going to get above this trend line. And then by the end of the fourth quarter, which we're in right now, we would break above this trend line. Now, yes, we've broken above it. I would still like to see this candle gobbled up at 70,100. We haven't gotten above it yet. See, we've come up real close, 69,500. So I want to see this one taken out right here. That's the candle I want to see gone. We get above that candle and we have a retest of that, and then we can start to set our sights on Bitcoin's all-time high, break through that, and then hit our way up to $80,000. And so I have said all along that this bullish wedge formation, that we were going to break out of it, and we have, and that it would be in the fourth quarter, and we're in the fourth quarter. Now, of course, we could come back into it here, but I still think that we will break from this in the fourth quarter and not return. Okay, that's what I'm saying, is that this will be it. That'll be gone in the fourth quarter. We will leave this trend line behind here. Now, of course, there is a possibility for a pullback to pull back in, and there are some levels here. We've certainly got the top of the EMA ribbons at about 65,450. We've got the 200 simple moving average at 63,300. And then, of course, these lower ones are around 62, and the 200 EMA at 60,000, about 60,700, 800. The 50-day there at almost 62. Now, if we jump to the smaller time frame, I'm interested to see what kind of where we have support there. So on the 4-hour, we do have a little bit of support with the EMA ribbons there. There is, or by a Lux Algo order block, and the 200 EMA on the 4-hour is quite down here at 64. And then sometimes I just like doing this. We jump down a little bit further. I want to see where this 200 EMA is at 65,400. Let's go down to the 1 hour. And now we see that's at 67 there. And we do have a Lux Algo order block there. And so that's why I do like the 200 EMA, because I'm looking to try and find where that line of support that possibly we could come down. And look, you can even come down to the 15-minute channel and say, wow, okay, we've now under the 200 EMA on the 15-minute time frame there, which has actually been our support line. So we've now lost that. So we can look and say, okay, if we wanted a short-term trade for Bitcoin, we could bounce above that, retest that, or just take it on the break, or you could front run it here, and you could actually ride a short trade from 68,500 up to at least 69,500, 70,000 there. And then, of course, you've got the 1 hour one, which is now governing, which is certainly a little bit further down here, away from price, around 66,960. Of course, this is not financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained on a Monday morning? Certainly, I am entertained, and Bitcoin price has been very, very entertaining. Well, as always, until the next episode, okay, which is in a few hours, the Altcoin Show coming up at around about 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So happy trading.